Game week 6 predictions then. Let's get straight into it. It's like the first game between Brentford and Manchester United. Tough game this. Can United build on the momentum of beating Chelsea? The question. Brentford will be looking for a response. I think Brentford edge this, and there'd be more questions about Ruben Amorim and his position. I'm going to go with 2-1 Brentford on the opening game of the weekend. Chelsea versus Brighton then, as we move to the 3 PM kickoffs quite swiftly. Ooh, this is tough. Brighton as well seem up and down. Good performances generally, but it's whether Brighton can turn those performances into results, can build off that game against Tottenham, which was probably, would have been a good point at the start of the day, but they threw away a 2-0 lead. I think this is also going to end 2-2 for Brighton, and with Chelsea involved. So 2-2 with that one. Palace versus Liverpool. This one is going to be interesting at Selhurst Park. So this one is tough to predict. I'm going to go with a Palace win, Liverpool's first loss of the season. I'm going to go with 2-1 Crystal Palace. Leeds United then versus Bournemouth. Talk about hard to predict. This is a good example of one. I'm going to go with a shock defeat for Bournemouth. 3-1 Leeds. I've really been impressed with them. I think they'll win again with Calvert-Lewin on the score sheet. Man City then at home to Burnley. Talk about being impressed with Burnley. I've been impressed with their fight more than anything. They should have a couple more points at least anyway on the board than they do have at this stage. But City, I think, are too good at the moment. So I think Burnley are part of a fight. I think City will win, just a 2-1 narrow win at home in the end at the Etihad. Forest versus Sunderland. Can Ange Postecoglou get his first win? No, I don't think he will. I'm going to go with 1-1 with Sunderland picking up more points again on their return to the Premier League, and Forest leaving them still in that bottom half, staring down the barrel behind them. Next, Spurs versus Wolves then. I think this will be a very good performance for Wolves. They'll probably sit in, and there's a really big win for them. Let's not underestimate the importance of beating Everton in the Carabao Cup. Even though Everton rested players, they heavily rotated, so a big win. Can Wolves build on that? It felt like a really positive atmosphere and vibe at the Molineux in the week. It's going to be tough for them. I think Spurs will win. I'm going to go with a really narrow 1-0 win. I think, Spurs aren't going to be great. Wolves will be very good. And maybe Wolves, it's a situation, I think, where Wolves probably deserve something from the game. How both teams play in this game, but don't get the result. Moving on to Sunday then, Aston Villa versus Fulham. Villa really need a win under Unai Emery, and I do think they will get that win. I'm going to go with 3-2 Villa. I think they'll be made to work hard for it though. Newcastle against Arsenal. All eyes on this on the 4:30 PM game on Sunday. Should be a really interesting one. I think Arsenal lose this, and there'll be tough conversations to be had about Mikel Arteta. I'm going for 4-1 Newcastle. I'm going to be really bold with this one. I think Arsenal will be in the game, be like 1-1 or 2-1 Newcastle. I think 75th, 80th minute, Newcastle will really run away with it. Monday night then, Everton versus West Ham. This should be a good game as well. Big game for Graham Potter, and I think they're going to get another win, pull it out the bag after pressure mounting on him after that Palace defeat. Always seems to be the way, and Everton as well will end a bad week, 2 defeats across all competitions. I'll go with 2-0 West Ham. Those are my score predictions. What would you change for game week 6 in the Premier League?